Hello gorgeous souls and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So yesterday I received the most exciting mail through the post. I had a sense the book was coming soon, and when I saw the company it was coming from, I was like, that is 100% Aligned Abundance, and as you can see, Aligned Abundance was on the front as well. So this is not going to be one of those unboxings where it's a complete fail and it's not the book. I was worried about that, but I feel like we can 100% guarantee the book is in here. So today I'm so excited to unbox the first copy that I have received of my fourth manifestation book, Aligned Abundance, which comes out the 8th of April. And I wanted to do this on camera with you to give you my first impressions, share a little bit more about the book, and see what the cover looks like in real life. I know so many of you have been so excited to see what the cover looks like in real life because you've loved the digital cover, and it was really difficult to get a holographic cover that looked like it was holographic on digital format but also looked like how the book would actually turn out. So I am so excited to do this. Shall we do it? But if you're new here to my channel, then welcome. My name is Emma. I'm an award-winning life coach, 3 times best-selling manifestation author, law of attraction YouTuber here on my channel, and I'm the host of the #1 spirituality podcast on iTunes, Aligned Abundance. And here on my channel, I cover all things manifestation, law of attraction, spirituality, and self-help. So not only do I really hope you're going to enjoy this video, but the abundance of videos here on my channel over the last 10 years. I literally cannot contain my excitement. Like, I literally can't. I was meant to film 2 videos before this video and I was like, no, I need to do this first. I need to get my excitement out of the way. So otherwise I'm just going to be thinking about it the whole time I'm filming those other videos. And I feel like this is like Christmas. It feels like Christmas unboxing your book for the first time because you spend so many months in the design process, in the editing process, it going to print. And then it's almost like that transition. And I did the audiobook recording of Aligned Abundance a couple of weeks ago now. So it's almost like now I've done the audiobook and now I'm holding a copy in my hands. It's suddenly real. It's suddenly a physical book that is coming out in literally a couple of months time, the 8th of April, and it's available in paperback, ebook, and audiobook as well. And I have recorded the audiobook myself. So it's almost like a massive podcast, a massive podcast of all of my best teachings on alignment and what Aligned Abundance is. So I feel like I'm going to open it first and then give you more of an overview of what Aligned Abundance is, why I wrote it, the process, because this is the first time that I'm sharing all of this with you. So shall we open Aligned Abundance? Let's do it. It's very well packaged, which is concerning first of all, just because I never know where, like what end to go in with. I think I'm gonna need scissors. This is very good parcel tape. And my nails are too nice to destroy. Okay, it's like, honestly, it's wrapped like a gift. Normally they just come in like a box and there's no indication what it is. So you're like, well, I hope this is my book. Otherwise I'm just gonna unbox the most random thing on camera. But this is like an actual like gift that they've wrapped, which is really cool. I like this. I think they should all arrive like this. It's like a gift from the universe, you know? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm in. I'm in. Okay, how do I rip this? Okay, I feel like we can't be graceful anymore. Ooh. Take the paper out. Oh my God. Ooh, I love the foil. I had a preview picture. Okay, this is not completely sight unseen. So the printing company and my publisher actually sent me some pictures of it fresh out the press. And I was like, ooh, it looks quite dark, but actually this is perfect. It must have just been the light, and that's a good thing. It looks so different in so many different lights, but it is a really nice, beautiful silver holographic foil. Oh my God, this just feels like the definition of magnetic. If I saw this in a like bookshelf or like a bookstore, I'd be like, give me this book. Like this is cool. I never thought I'd have a holographic book either, actually. When they suggested it, I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because obviously a lot of my branding is like monochrome and neutral, but when I tuned into the energy of the book and when I actually like sat with it more and saw it come to life, I was like, this is the cover. This is absolutely the cover. And I'm going to put in now some earlier covers that nearly made it. Now, some of these are foils, so that's why they look very similar, but obviously they are just kind of textured. So we were playing with different textures of foils, and some really early on ones were like red. And I was like, the book is not red. We're not having red for Aligned Abundance. And it was really interesting. But the one style that I really kept coming back to was aligned down the side and abundance here. And then obviously it was just deciding on the foil after that. But here's the back of it as well. I just love how it's like a disco. It is literally like a disco in a book. I'm so here for this. And I'm really glad the camera is actually capturing its lightness of the light foil, because you could think, oh, that looks quite dark, but it's actually not dark at all. It's a really light, beautiful holographic foil, which just feels like the definition of magnetism. So, Aligned Abundance, release expectations, become magnetic, and manifest the life of your dreams. I could not think of a more magnetic cover than this, to be honest. I mean, if this doesn't scream, magnetize your desires to you, I do not know what will. So I'm so pleased with it. It looks so cool. Like, I'm almost like, this is my book. This is my book. Feels like I've just unwrapped somebody else's. So we have Robin's incredible endorsement on the front. So I was so lucky and blessed that Robin Sharma, the #1 worldwide best-selling author of the 5 a.m. Club and The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, endorsed my book. And Robin has said, a fascinating, original and helpful book for anyone seriously interested in making their ethical ambitions real. So this is so cool. Oh my God, let's look at the back a bit more. So I was a bit concerned about how the text would stand out on the back, because you don't, obviously like on the front, you can see it nice and clearly. It's minimalist. It's what we love. But on the back, you obviously want information. You want to know what the book's about. So I'm really glad we put this white box here, because I think it would have got lost if it was just the foil. Obviously, graphic designers know a lot more than I do on this front. So I'm really glad I trusted them with that. And oh my God, it's just so cool. And here's the spine as well. We can't forget the spine. Oh my gosh, this is literally the coolest book cover I have ever seen. And I know I'm biased because it's my own book, but I honestly feel like this couldn't have turned out more better if I tried. Like, I remember unboxing Hurt, Healing, Healed, and the paper just was like a really weird consistency and like gorgeous cover. I adore the cover of Hurt, Healing, Healed. But like, this feels like luxury. This feels like chic. This feels like a really good quality book, to be honest. I mean, the content inside is great quality, but the outside as well is important. So I'm actually really pleased that this feels, yeah, like expensive, chic. It feels bougie. It feels just really good quality. And even like the feel of it feels nice on the hand. Feels really nice on the hand, actually. Not that you care about that, but I care about these things. When I touch books, I'm like, oh, that feels nice. That feels good. So now it's time for the sniff test. I've done this with all of my books, and I feel like when you do the sniff test, that is like the ultimate, this is the most incredible book ever. So let's go. Oh God, that's good. That's really good. I feel like such an idiot doing that every time, but that's a real good book smell. That's a real good one. I've loved all my book smells, but that is actually really good. I'm so here for this. So shall I show you what's inside? So we've got like endorsements on the front, a few pages. Then we've got obviously dedication. I want to show you actually the little cute little graphics that we have in it. So we've got like these little sparkles for the chapter titles. And then here we go. You've got it in 2 parts as well. Part 1 is discovering alignment and part 2 is flowing with alignment. Oh God, this just looks so good. I love the color of the paper as well. Sometimes the color of the paper can be like a bit iffy, but I love everything about this. Here we go. Here's another one. Release expectations and control. And you can see at the end of every chapter, aligned actions. You have and aligned reflection, should I say. That was the aligned reflections page. So at the end of every chapter, you've got an aligned action, intention, and journaling prompts to embody the work of that chapter. Then aligned reflections, which are basically like the biggest takeaways from the chapter, because I've never done that in my books before. And I was like, actually, this is 80,000 words. There is so much in this book. Like, this is the ultimate guide on alignment and manifesting. So you need reflections to just go back to, check in with, and be like, yes, like that was my biggest takeaway from the book. And you can just remind yourself of those takeaways without necessarily having to read the whole chapter again. So that is something new for this book, but it is 80,000 words. This is the longest, biggest book I have written to date. My other one, so Hurt, Healing, Healed, was like 78,000, I think. So very similar. And I want to say Positively Wealthy was like 60,000, and Manifesting Rituals was like 40,000. So a lot less. So this is definitely the chunkiest. And it feels like a really good, solid book. It feels like a nice thickness of, you know, the text isn't too small, which I think is really important, that it's not too small. And yeah, this is just so cool. It feels really good. It's a really good text size, actually. Loving the text size, loving the smell. Are you excited? Obviously, I've reread the book recently with the audiobook, so I know what's in here. But yes, let's talk more about the journey. Now I'm like over the, oh my God, it's a book. So the journey. I started channeling this book back in 2022, so quite a while ago now. And I knew that it was going to be a book. I knew that it would be all my alignment teachings. I knew that it'd be the next level after Positively Wealthy and Hurt, Healing, Healed. So although like an absolute beginner at Law of Attraction could pick up this book and get the same results, it is kind of like that next step as such. I feel like my books really kind of follow on beautifully from one another. So Positively Wealthy is obviously a fun 33-day manifesting guide. So you can manifest anything with that guide. It's a great book to dip your toes in, get you started. Hurt, Healing, Healed is like your kind of next level where you go into the inner work, your beliefs, the inner world, and releasing any limiting beliefs or fears that are blocking your manifestation journey. Then this book is kind of that next step as we go into step 3 and step 4 of the manifesting process, which is trust and let go. Really, that's where we focus on alignment and embodiment work. And this is that book. And when I was researching alignment books, can you believe there are no books out there that focus on alignment in the manifestation process? And I feel like this is the common theme here of when I write my books. I'm like, there's no books out there on limiting beliefs in the manifesting process. Why? This is such an important topic. So it felt like it was that moment again for me of like, this is the book I needed probably 3-4 years ago when I was going along my alignment journey myself, discovering alignment, embodying alignment, and really taking my manifestation journey to the next level through ease, through magnetism, and not long, lengthy, drawn out processes. So I'm going to read you the blurb so you can get a feel for the book. And then I'm going to explain a little bit more about what's inside, what you can expect, and I'll give you some chapter titles as well, which is so exciting. So manifesting abundance doesn't have to be hard. It can be joyful and effortless. Yes, it can be, and it should be. It's time to stop chasing your dreams and start attracting them with ease. This brand new alignment-based approach to manifestation is all you need to unlock the abundant life you deserve. Aligned Abundance is a uniquely powerful guide for anyone frustrated by complex and overwhelming advice, time-consuming practices, or lackluster results. It debunks the myths that overcomplicate the manifesting process and shows you how to align with your desires from a place of embodiment, flow, and joy. No more pushing or chasing goals, no more drawn-out processes or disappointing outcomes. Instead, you'll learn how to tune into your natural magnetism, align with your authentic self and desires, and attract the life of your deepest dreams effortlessly. Pretty much does what it says on the tin. Literally, that is the definition of aligned abundance. So I take you through the process of manifesting aligned abundance, why we should be manifesting aligned abundance. And there's a lot of themes in the book, but embodiment, flow, and joy is definitely them, and ease and effortlessness and turning up your magnetism. But releasing expectations, which is in the subtitle, is a big theme of it, and regulation as well. There's lots of nervous system work in there, which I've been kind of introducing you guys to here on my my channel for a little while now. So there is a whole chapter on regulation in the nervous system and why our nervous system is responsible for our manifestations and whether they're lasting or fleeting. There is chapters on vibration and creating emotional balance and consistency with your vibration. There is chapters on releasing expectations and control with your manifestations. There's chapters on building your trust, unwavering trust in the universe and yourself. There's chapters on letting go, flowing, getting into flow state. There is a whole huge, incredible, like the juiciest chapter on embodiment and how to embody your desires. So this is really more of an energy-based book, if I could describe it. Obviously, there's tools and exercises and practices at the end of every chapter. I'm a Virgo, it's always going to be practical, but it's more energy focused, this, which I love. And it tunes into your magnetism, helps you turn up your natural magnetism. It helps you in the embodiment process, and it walks you through the alignment process that needs to happen in order for you to manifest your desires. So I feel like in a nutshell, that's it. There's so much more I could give you, and I'm going to make sure I haven't missed any other key chapters that I really want to share with you in terms of the book's themes and what you can expect. But yeah, regulation is a big one. Decluttering your energy and life is another chapter. Getting to know your authentic self. So in my alignment process, there is 2 pillars. The first pillar is aligning with your authentic self first, so that you can set intentions from an aligned space that feel good to you and match your soul desires. And then the second part is then aligning with your desire. Very often we hear aligning with our desire, but people very often miss the first step, which is actually aligning within yourself first, because as we know, the inner always reflects the outer. So that is a really important chapter, which I think is probably one of the most important chapters in the book. We also have a whole chapter on manifesting with nature, which is again tied into regulation, but it features the whole wheel of the year, tools, rituals, exercises to do on every turning point of the season, which again, probably one of my favorite chapters in the book. You've also got alignment versus divine timing. So we talk about divine timing. Is it real? How does that play into the alignment process? I'm just reading them all out, to be honest, at this point, but I feel like they're so good. I want to say, like, look at this one. This one's really good as well. So yeah, there's so much, and there's a whole ton of resources at the back of the book as well for further reading or things that I recommend as always. So oh my God, Aligned Abundance is here. It looks so good. I am obsessed with this cover. I feel like I am the most obsessed with this cover out of all of my books. And I just feel like you could just do this all day long and just not get sick of it. I'm just gonna be there this afternoon being like, woo, look at my cover. This is so awesome. Thank you so much, Watkins. Watkins are my publisher. I literally feel like the vision we had for this book is just being perfected in this. And I literally just can't believe I just can't believe this is my book. I literally can't. I'm obsessed with it, if you couldn't tell. So Aligned Abundance took me a year roughly to write. So I did start telling you about the journey. So back in 2022 is when the idea for this book, my 4th book, dropped in. And I was like, yes, it's all going to be about alignment and the process of alignment. And it was really based off my course, Attract Alignment Abundance, that I launched in 2022 as well. So that course was like such a great foundational point for structuring this book. But honestly, this book is like completely different to the course now. It happens with all my books. I go in with a clear, like, this is what it's going to be. And by the end, it's like a completely different book. So obviously, you know, 3 years later, I have so many different tools, like knowledge, wisdom, experiences that I've learned and, you know, embodied through my own manifestation practice. So if you have done Attract Alignment Abundance, this is going to be a completely different book to what you experienced in the course. But that course really kind of sparked the idea for this book, which is awesome. And as this book is all about alignment, of course, alignment was the big factor in this book coming into fruition. So I started pitching this book to publishers in 2023, and I was working with Ryder Penguin for 12 months at least on this book, but they wanted it to be very, very basic. And I was like, no, we do not do basic here. Like, you know, this is the book it's got to be. I want my message to come out in this way. And I just think we both realized at that point that Watkins, my actual publisher, was the best fit for it, just because literally they're like, go as deep as you want, Emma. And that's why I love them, because I want my books to be impactful. I want my books to really help people and get them the results they want. And that isn't just basic practices a lot of the time. It goes into the deep work of manifestation, which isn't always so mainstream. So for me, I chose authentic message over mainstream and went with Watkins again for this book, and it was just so magical how it all came up to fruition. So the book deal got signed last January, and basically I had 9 months to write it, which was my shortest time frame, shortest deadline ever for any book. And seeing as this is the biggest book as well, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? So there was a lot of time sacrificed last year, a lot of weekends tucked away writing the book, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I so thoroughly enjoyed writing this book. I had so much fun, and this is like the most magnetic, joyful, incredible book. So 100% it has been worth it, and 100%, I mean, I don't even know how I wrote 80,000 words in 9 months, to be honest, and run a business at the same time. But yeah, it was incredible, and I'm just so glad that it turned out so amazing, and it was just so much fun reading the audiobook as well and feeling those words and that journey and my own aligned abundance journey come through the pages and into that experience as well for you. So yeah, it was definitely a journey, of course, as like all my books are. I always say to authors, be prepared to live your book. You are going to live your book as you write it, be tested on it, and then embody it finally when you read the audiobook. And once again, this book absolutely followed suit. So you follow my journey in here. Obviously, as always, I give you examples, and there are even stories in here as well from you guys, my wonderful community, sharing your aligned abundance. So it's special that there's so many of your beautiful stories in here, my own, and just the best tools, resources, practices, prompts, and actions to really help you embody aligned abundance. So it's not one of those books that you just pick up and, you know, it's profound, it's impactful. It is going to change your life with the practices, the tools, and the embodiment in here. So where can you get Aligned Abundance? It's up for pre-order now on Amazon and all bookstores where you buy your books worldwide in audiobook, ebook, and paperback. So however you like to read, it is available. It officially comes out on the 8th of April, so you can pre-order it now, and it will be delivered to you on the 8th of April. And I just can't believe how quickly it's coming around. I really can't. And now I'm holding this book, I'm like, it's even more real. It's even more real. So I hope you've enjoyed unwrapping this with me and unboxing it. I hope you are just as excited as I am for this to come out into the world. And just thank you everybody for all your love and support of all of my books over the years, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. I adore writing books. It's 100% my purpose and my mission here in life. And every time I get to birth a new book out into the world, it just feels so incredible. And I feel so lucky and grateful that I get to be an author and I get to write these books, and most importantly, help you guys on an even deeper level manifest your desires and get the results you do want. And by the end of this, you're going to be feeling absolutely magnetic, just like this cover. I feel like that's the selling point here of how magnetic this cover is. That's going to be your aura, babes. That's going to be how you feel. But I will pop a link down below of where you can find more information about the book, the resources, and the pre-order bonuses as well. I'm holding the Alignment Protocol free 60-minute webinar for everybody who pre-orders the book on the 24th of February. So if you're watching this afterwards, you'll get the replay of it. But if you want to come and join me live, pop your pre-order number in my website below and you'll get all the details to join me on this completely free workshop that I am doing on the 24th of February. And also on top of that, if you are in the UK or you want to come to the UK, I am doing an exclusive Aligned Abundance book launch workshop with MBS on the 22nd of March as well in central London. So if you would like a copy of the book 2 weeks before everybody else in the world, you're going to literally walk away with a copy. Come to my MBS event in London. You're going to get a book 2 weeks before the rest of the world, which is so exciting. You'll get to meet me, we'll do a book signing, and I have a 2.5-hour workshop to introduce you to some of the themes of the book. And we're going to be doing some practical things like IEMT, meditation, tapping, and all good stuff like that to release blocks live together and turn up your magnetism. So there is a lot of exciting things coming up with the book launch. So of course, as always, I will keep you updated as and when those things are coming up. But let me know, are you excited for Aligned Abundance? Let me know what you think of the cover in the comments below. Do you think it feels as magnetic as it feels to me? I would love to hear your thoughts. And I really hope you enjoy this book. I hope it really serves you, and I hope it brings you all the aligned abundance that your heart desires into your life this year. But thank you so much, gorgeous souls, for watching. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget you can also join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a fantastic week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love.